I would like to share with you my feelings about this exhibit, about Archbishop Sheen. I remember seeing him a long time ago when I was a little girl on television, quite little. But I kind of watched him, but I didn't watch him a lot. But then as I saw the video that they have, the recent one, and was listening again to some of his stories that he had, then I was listening on the radio about the Bishop Sheen Hour and some of the things he was talking about, and the stories became more alive. When I see the different pictures, all of a sudden I remember the things when I was little, when I was watching him. Again, I wasn't paying a lot of attention, but it's a very wonderful exhibit and very inspiring. And thank you so much for bringing it here.
I'm very happy that you've been able to bring this program here. It's interesting. I've listened to him many years. I grew up with him. It was a very good presentation here of what he'd been able to do. The millions he brought to the faith, to Christianity, very important.
Very proud that we have this exhibit at our church, that we can share it with the community. It's brought back many memories seeing the pictures of Bishop Sheen.
I would just like to say that working on this exhibit for Archbishop Fulton Sheen was a wonderful experience for myself, and I do believe that it has presented a lot to the community to come together, to see Bishop Fulton Sheen, to experience what he went through in his lifetime, and for those of us who had the opportunity to see him on television, it brings back a lot of good memories.
I wanted to know what I thought about the Bishop Sheen exhibit. I thought it was wonderful in that it showed for our Latin brothers the connection Archbishop Sheen had with the Eastern Church, showing him celebrating the Divine Liturgy, and in Bishop John's talk how we found out that we were actually 14 years ahead of the Western Church in not secularizing, vernacularizing, try that word, the Divine Liturgy. And with the people that were here, it was just, there was a bonding again at this church, so loved in this church that you could not imagine. At 7 o'clock when everything was supposed to be over, it was pouring down rain, and I think God did that because he didn't want everybody to leave. Nobody wanted to leave. Once the rain let up, people still didn't want to leave. They sat there and said, we gotta go. Because we knew Father had to go to bed to serve liturgy tomorrow. Thanks.
After watching the film, one thing that really sticks in my mind are the final words. Are your hands wounded from giving? Are your feet wounded from service? And is your heart open to Christ? I can't think of anything better to live for than those final statements. Wish I had known more about Bishop Sheen, but this film really opened my mind to a lot that only Christ can explain to me.
This was a really, I think, a good exhibit to have about Bishop Sheen. Makes him more alive to the generations today. They can see what he did through his ministry on TV, and I think it's a good thing to highlight it and have people come and see it.
And I remember when I was young, my mom would watch it on Sunday afternoons, and she'd call us onto the living room, sit and watch TV. Bishop Sheen is on. We would sit and watch, and now I brought the documentary, and I'm going to make sure that my children watch this too, so when I tell them my stories, they'll understand what I'm speaking of. So definitely Bishop Sheen was a man ahead of his times as far as technology and TV communication, and I think that's something people can understand today, and certainly his message will be spread.
This is the third time that I've seen the film on Bishop Fulton Sheen, and I am very thrilled that Father Myron had the film come to St. Nicholas Byzantine Catholic Church. I was a child when Bishop Sheen was on television, and I felt now I've had a chance to know the man. And I've been so moved spiritually by him because of the way he's lived his life.
The Bishop Sheen display that is currently being shown at our church is absolutely fabulous. It brings back wonderful memories for me in my youth, and seeing the bishop and to learn about his life has really just been something very special.
I'm here this evening watching the Bishop Sheen video, which was so very well done. In my childhood, I remember that our world just stopped when Bishop Sheen was on television. The message that he gave to not only Catholic families, but the whole world at that time. So I am thankful that I was able to see the story of his life tonight.